The catcher, number 7.
A bouncer to the left side. And there's one down now. All set for the start of the 4th. And stepping up as the shortstop, Steve Serdudinsky. 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. Robertson is over a few steps as he puts it away for the first out. And now the first pitch. Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit.
Make the turn. Find the ball.
And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. Now to the plate, here is Everson Pereira. He bounced out last time up.
Boy, Dero, we're looking at a big inning right here with that single. Bases are loaded, yet no runs have scored in this inning.
Yeah, and that's exactly what that pitcher wants you to think. You have to eliminate the noise, Dan. Just try and drive in the guy from third base. Don't put pressure on yourself that you have to get everyone in with one swing of the bat. Pass the baton and keep the line moving.
And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And this inning is a perfect example of how quickly fortunes can change in this game. He was cruising along, hardly any trouble at all. Now he walks in a run and is still in the middle of a bases-loaded mess. He's got some work to do to limit the damage.
Stepping in next, Trey Amburgey. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
Hey, let her rip. Let her rip. Let's go.
Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Really impressive pitching right there. Sometimes as a pitcher you can get frustrated when you make a good pitch and you don't get that call from the umpire. But what does he do? He comes back with a good pitch and gets the strike.
Striding in is Max McDowell. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Swing and a line drive. And that's in there. Base hit. And to score is the runner from third. It's now a 4-2 game.
Dan, that had to be missed execution right there. 2 strikes on the batter. You throw a breaking ball, but you leave it up a little bit for him to be able to drive it into the out.
No doubt about it, Dero. 2-strike breaking ball intended to be at the ankles or below, to even bounce it to get him to chase and swing. Too good of a pitch with a breaking ball with 2 strikes to this hitter.
The set and the 2-2. Pops this one up. Geraldo has a play, and he makes the catch to retire the side. Leading off the inning, it'll be Steve Serdudinsky as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up.
This is the part of the game where I think we really start seeing what teams are made of, both in terms of battling back, showing some resiliency, and in terms of knowing how to play with the lead, locking down that W.
Swinging a blooper to the right side. Robertson is over a few steps toward the line, and next to dig in, Desan Brown. Couple of walks for him thus far. Getting late, 4-2 our score as we play the 8th inning. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. And this throw almost took off on him, but a fine play to lead his feet at first. And
hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Benson.
Steve Serdudenstein answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just one out to get out of it. So the lineup flips over. And digging in, Roman Fields. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Ready with the 0-1. Swing and a line drive. And this is going to get down for extra bases, as that'll get 2 and possibly all 3 home. The runner from first crosses the plate. Now a 5-0 lead.
Awesome.
Bases loaded, and he was looking to drive them all in the second he stepped into the box. Puts a big swing on this thing, and the ball just gets down to the wall, allowing everyone to come around and score. He'll take a 3-run double every day of the week.
Oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first.
This is a head-scratcher. I mean, that's the shortest throw on the infield, and somehow he lets it sail wide of the mark for an E4. A couple more like that, and doubt starts to creep into the second baseman's mind.
Number 7 swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1. In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Hey, this pitcher's being super aggressive, pounding the strike zone 5 times in a row, leaving nothing to the imagination right here. This offensive player's got to be on the attack.
Off the outside that time, as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
He didn't look overly fooled right there, because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Davis is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. 9 men come to the plate.
Hey, come on now.
New inning set to get underway, and digging in is the outfielder, Will Robertson. First pitch coming, here it is. Popped him up. Wood waits on it. 1 out.
I'm sure his eyes lit up when he saw that curveball hanging in the zone, but maybe he tried to do too much with it, because basically he hit it straight up. No doubt he wants that pitch back, and the pitcher, he just dodged a bullet.
At the plate now, Leonardo Jimenez, as he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike 1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Wow, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4, not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Swing and a miss as he pulls the top hand over. It's 0-2. Throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
Go 2, roll it up.
And he struck him out. Next, here is Miguel Geraldo. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Hey, 2 away now.
First pitch on the way.
Ball 1, no
Jimenez is off of first with 2 away. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
That was a great hack right there. Timing was on point. Just sometimes you have...
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here. No. Reggie McClain is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season.
Well, in hindsight, it was the right choice to let the setup guy stay in the game and finish this thing. I wasn't so sure before, but the results sure speak for themselves.
8-3 tonight. The Fisher Cats took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. The team's future stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Somerset Patriots. We've got Luis Medina will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're going to see a guy he's your basic four-pitch mix guy. Fastball, curve, slider, and change. Nothing overpowering. A good four-pitch mix, and he's a guy that needs to use all of his pitches to be effective.
Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, if you're superstitious and believe in omens, this is really a bad sign. First hitter of the game, first chance to set the tone, and he sails the throw. We'll see if that was a fluke or the beginning of a trend.
The bouncer to the left side. Reined in. And indeed, he won't look at second. He'll just flip it on over to first to take the sure out. And stepping in, Wyatt Self is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. On its tailor-made to short, 6, 4, 3. It's a double play in the inning. So it's no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Stepping up is
still the same damn thing.
Steve Serdudenstein. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. next. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1.
Let it fly. Let's go. Right here.
And a check swing here as he
Swing
couldn't
the
help
fucking bat.
himself, and it's ruled strike 2.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Now the fastball
Oh my
is right
God.
by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Next up is Miguel Geraldo, grounded out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at-bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll too.
He's got it. Torres hit the bag. On the first, and for the second time in 3 innings, they've bounced into a double play, and with this one, the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. We'll head now to the home half of inning number.
Settings. Oh my God, why would it even ask me that?
Number 3. The Fisher Cats are out in front.
Hey, one down, one down.
And now here is Desan Brown. He singled first time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And a good save at first on the offline throw.
Dude, I don't understand why these fucking controls suck so much.
So they just get the 1.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that.
Now at the plate, here is Steve Serdutenstein trying here to play.
It's all the same shit.
The tying run from second.
Thank you. God, piece of shit.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Oh, double play ball to second. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So next to bat will be Steve Serdutenstein. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Fouled away.
All right, come on now. One time, let it fly.
The 0-2 pitch. Skied into straightaway right.
Oh my God, every fucking time.
Stout is there, 2 down. The throw is wild, and it gets away.
I did advance a runner.
Digging in will be Nash Knight. He'll attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Ready now is Wyatt Self. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Pretty painless half of the inning, all told. So the next to bat will be Steve Serdutenstein. He flew out in his last AB. hit in the air down the right field line. And he will
Dude,
make
every
the play
fucking
out
game.
there, and there are 2 away now. A single run good enough to do it today. 1-0 the final score.
I don't know how to get this shit to work.
Never look.
Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline joins me on the podcast today. Jim, do you think this two-way experiment can work?
Well, it's difficult. You know, it's interesting to take a look at, but there's a reason this doesn't get tried very often, is that it's very hard to be a big league hitter. It's very hard to be a big league pitcher. And when you're trying to do both at the same time, it really increases that degree of difficulty. I always think of a guy like Dave Winfield, who was probably the best two-way player. You know, he's drafted in football and basketball, too. Unbelievable athlete coming out of Minnesota. And the Padres took him right almost at the top of the draft. He'd struck out 15 in his last College World Series game. And they didn't even mess around with it. They just put him in the big league. They put him in the big leagues, but immediately as a hitter. So it'll be interesting. It can work, but it's that much harder than trying to just make it as a one-way player.
Northeast League. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Somerset Patriots and the Hartford Yard Goats. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Hartford Yard Goats.